Hello, Liberty. I am back with another 2020 Senior Spotlight, but we are not here with a senior. We are here with our principal, Mr. Adams. How are you, Mr. Adams?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I see you're in school right now, but I know that you're not usually there. Most days you're not there. How are you adjusting to everything?
I'm adjusting slowly. I'm sort of a routine, habitual type person anyway, so it took me a little while to set up some routines, and now I'm definitely settled into those routines. But yeah, I'm here today. We're on a rotation to be in the building, but also hard at work, working on the master schedule for next year. Trying to make sure we can work on what's possible to work on.
Right, right. Yeah, as I talk to a lot of our seniors, that is the hardest thing for them also is figuring out a schedule and a routine because they're like, I don't like doing all my work at home. It's hard, but most of them say once they figured out a schedule and a way that they could be regimented, that things have become a little bit easier for them.
Yeah, and I've found new innovative ways to hide in my house. So my wife says that she thinks it's amazing that she can't find me in the house because I had to find quiet places to have video conferences, and her and my daughters are both on their own video conferences. So I think everyone has to be a little inventive with
Yeah.
how they find quiet space.
Yeah, that sounds like a massive game of hide and seek at your house, except you don't ever want to be found.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
good, very good.
not for 9 or 10 hours or so.
Yeah. So, Mr. Adams, you've been lucky enough to be here for 2 years with these seniors. Can you tell us about some memories that you have of this class?
Yeah, so I was thinking about this quite a bit the other day, as some of the memories of the senior class, and I think it comes into two major events, and really the third is the commencement event. So I love senior dress up day. That's one of my favorites because it's just one, it's passage. It's a little goofy, it's fun, but everyone enjoys it, and our students are so good about the whole event and doing it properly. And then my other favorite is Color Wars. I enjoy that from every aspect of the hallway decorations all the way through the actual competitions. And the ham that I am, I enjoyed, of course, MC as well this year. And then my all time favorite is ultimately graduation because that's in my head. I always think of it as the first day of the rest of their lives. That's the next step. That's the next chapter. The page turning. All of those thoughts, and of course, like the proudest moment, right? So
Mhm.
those are my three favorites.
Yeah, those are three of my favorite days with the seniors, although I get a lot more days with them. Not always fun days. um, and there's definitely a lot missing, but when you look back at least the two that you mentioned, senior dress up day, you talk about them being a little bit goofy. They were a lot a bit goofy this year. And it's just so much fun because, they're on the verge of being adults, but they're just kids at heart. They're still kids and they have such a fun time just being themselves. And it's really great that the school allows them to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, and I enjoy the other portions of senior year that are rites of passage, and that only they have the privilege to. I enjoy I enjoy senior lounge. I enjoy popping in and kind of saying sometimes random things, sometimes not so random things, to them and the different groups that are there, and the interactions that we have. I enjoy the seniors that are usually doing the announcements, our seniors as well. I enjoy talking with them and their personalities and how that comes through on the announcements every morning.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
So we have a great student body, and our seniors really set the example for our underclassmen.
Yeah, I think especially this year, our students are always great, I think. But this class, they just are really, really good examples of good human beings, good students, all of that. So I think we've been very lucky with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So is there, hopefully we'll get another message from you when you do your commencement speech at the end, but is there a message that you have for the seniors right now, especially?
So I'm someone who's into quotes. I like using quotes because I always feel like others have a way of using their words more powerfully than I do. So I traditionally use other people's quotes in my speeches. Anyway, so like I brought for you to show you a couple examples. But as I was thinking about, what my commencement speech may look like, I always look for things that I think would be relevant. So I came across a couple of them. So one is, and I think it fits the situation that we're, currently in. So one is by Martin Luther King Jr., and it is that the time is always right to do what is right. Especially in the situation that we're in, I think that holds true. And then another one that holds true is a quote by C.S. Lewis. You never know what you can do until you try, and very few try unless they have to. This is a situation that, we're being forced to try new things and forced to adapt to make things work. And for the most part, everyone is doing that and learning a lot along the way. And then my last quote is one that for me appeals to me because it's how I think of myself. It's by Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh yeah, The Rock.
It is be humble, be hungry, and always be the hardest worker in the room. And I think that holds true for many of our seniors who work very hard, both in school and outside of school, and will be great additions to our society once they graduate.
Yeah, that's it. That is a great quote, and that definitely describes you. I always think of Miss Santillo, and she's like, he just is everywhere and doing everything all the time. I just can't keep up with him. And it is, you are always working very hard for our school, so that's much appreciated.
Yeah, as you are as well. And that's the hardest parts for me is that I enjoy, the interactions with students and teachers and everybody all day. And I don't. It's very limited now. To video conferencing, which is a positive technology that's useful during this time. But I enjoy face-to-face contact. So we're doing the best we can. Google Hangout Meets is the next best thing.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a nice substitute, but there definitely is no substitute for direct human contact. And I think as educators, we all miss our students, and for you, that's a lot more than necessarily I have. But we miss them. We miss seeing them in the hallways. We miss just a quick hello as they walk by or whatever it might be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Adams, thank you very much for being a part of this. And thank you for all your hard work and everything you're doing today and everything you've done for the senior class, especially.
You're welcome. And I would like to thank you for thinking of this idea to highlight and put a spotlight on our seniors. Knowing that they're missing out on some of the finest days of their high school career as they were, as we continue along to commencement. So I think it's a great idea. It's a great way for students to still connect with their seniors, and for parents and everybody to enjoy the last remaining days of their senior year. So
Yeah, I'm very partial to these kids, so I'm just trying to grasp at straws as anything that I can send their way to try to make up for what they're missing out on. So it has absolutely been a pleasure so far doing these.
yeah, yeah, they're a lot of fun to watch and listen to, and it's clear that you enjoy the interaction and producing them as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of selfish on my part that I'm enjoying. You guys get to watch it, but I get to actually have the conversations, and it's just so much fun. I don't think I realized how much I knew so many of them,
Right.
and the things that I knew about them already. So it's just so much fun. But I hope everybody continues to enjoy them.
Yeah, yeah, they're a wonderful addition.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Mr. Adams, you enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend. And I am sure I will see you very soon on some meeting somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do the same, and to you and everybody, stay safe and healthy.
All right. Thank you very much. And everybody else, I will see you again soon for another 2020 Senior Spotlight. Thank you.